Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be going over the abilities of my characters and how they use them. They are either race abilities,
gauntlets, or gears. I'll explain what they are and how they use them.
I just think it will be fun to get some of your thoughts on them. First is Labrida. Labrida, 3 progressed race abilities. One called Al9, one called Slugger, and a final called Shala. Progressed race abilities are abilities Nightdales get, and they are based on one of the 2 souls that are within them. Al9 allows her to turn flesh,
disconnected from a life form,
into projectiles. These can be different projectiles too. For example, she can make them explosive, make them like Molotov, or just a pile of flesh. As you can guess, this ability is pretty gruesome, and this is further shown in the way she fights. Ripping apart groups of enemies, one dead just acting like more ammunition for her. Al9 was born after she saw something gruesome herself, which both traumatized and desensitized her to gore like this. This gruesome thing was seeing her own sister cut up. This links to how she uses it too. Something else unique about it is how she can also use this on her body parts without needing to cut them. This allows her to use her own finger like a gun at times.
This part of Al9 links back to her current personality, which is often dull, empty, and even described as dead. That is how she is inside. She rarely shows emotions or blinks, often being idle, like a dead person.
Her second ability is called Slugger, and it allows her to manifest slugs. Each slug can store something. The slugs also can be used as a way to attack as well. When binding to something, their acidic slime inflames someone's skin, depending on how valuable the item it contains is to her. Moreover, she can either dissolve them to turn them into a corrosive acid that breaks away things, or she can merge several of them together and make them into a beam, sacrificing the objects in turn to get a powerful beam. Finally, we have Shala, and it manifests 2 mechanical fish. This ability was also born after seeing her sister cut up. What it allows her to do is to have them bite something and transport that thought inside of the fish. While inside, it will still act like it's a part of their body. This is until something like a window is opened and it's exposed to the outside. Then the fish immediately disappear, and then the body parts will be separated. She is able to return these back to normal if she wants, but this has to be before it is exposed to the outside. The way this links back to her trauma is actually pretty depressing. Ignoring the part about how it's also about tearing things apart, Shala is also in reference to how she found her sister cut up. To her, her sister was still alive until this opened the wrong thing and showed it to the outside. The truth of what really happened. Them being fish linked to the emotional reason for the ability being shaped this way, and also the spiritual connection to her feelings. Next is Tiburon, and he also has a progressed race ability called Quimera Agito, and it allows him to manipulate these different creatures called Ahitos, which he creates. It's inspired by Megumi's Shikigamis. He starts off with an initial one, which comes of 1 out of 2. The first is this bipedal one, and the second is this quadrupedal one. This can be grown to have other starter types like a bird. He eventually gains 7.
He can use them as the base to start one if he wants, or he could start from scratch.
How it happens is that he has to start a ritual to subjugate the beast, either one of his starter ones or a beast he finds in the wild. After this, he can merge them together with something else, or just manipulate them how he wants. Each one gains a skill tree which he can use to customize them further, or just add on more abilities to it, but with each one having a cost. This could be items, sacrifice, or other. This ability can quickly become versatile due to how much potential it has. It links to his love of biological experiments, and he often uses it to make amphibious Ahitos. Kadena also has a progressed race ability, actually several, but I'll be talking about one. It's called Cotton Bun. It allows her to manifest this pink hair girl who is able to manifest things, cotton and sugar. Sugar can be used to harden the cotton or in foods. This sugar is unique in the fact it gives more energy while having less calories than normal sugar. This sugar can be used to enhance people. As the cotton is also edible, it can be used to make cotton candy or use the sugar to make things like food, which makes it even better. The cotton can also be used to carry things as if they are weightless, and this can easily cushion things. With this ability, things like clothes can be made easily. The only problem is that Cotton Bun is an entirely different entity from her. It splits her soul density 80 to 20 with Cotton Bun while she uses the ability. The cotton can only disappear when Cotton Bun points at the cotton and says, bye-bye. As Cotton Bun is the one who controls the ability, Cotton Bun must be compliant for Kadena to use it. However, as Cotton Bun is a child, this doesn't always go to plan. Some other things about Cotton Bun is how she can communicate with animals and likes bugs a lot. She has an energetic personality and is rather curious. This is because of something ironic about the ability. It's Kadena's true inner self. You see, Kadena is a character that often suppresses her emotions and is performative. Cotton Bun is basically her without those limitations. So through that, we see what she would actually be like if she wasn't like that.
Enlion Bait as an aura zone, called Chime of Nothing. An aura zone is basically an area where someone has used inscriptions beforehand to code out something and then have it affect an area. Chime of Nothing activates whenever he lands liver blows on his enemy, and this removes one of their senses. After landing 5, it then just increases the damage of each liver blow. With every sense removed, the more aura needed to keep it up. Fun fact about this, I made this ability because of Fairy Tail. One of the fight scenes just pissed me off to a point where I decided to make it.
Next is Alera, and here I'm going to talk about her use of Sarit, Fi-Al, two of the Genji's race abilities. Fi-Al allows manipulation of the elements fire, water, wind, lighting, light and darkness, and manipulation of nature aura. Sarit allows someone to turn aura into any material, like lithium. Alera combines these two things together to make generating materials more easier, and would need less focus than usual. With this, manifest these red crystals to make these constructs, normally sharp spikes. As she uses them together, she can use them in much more detailed ways and in larger outputs. This is just one way she can use it. She can also use it to generate this red liquid. When generating something with Searite, you lose control over it after you stop focusing on it. This makes it so if she was just using Searite when she loses focus, she can't manipulate that same liquid anymore and would have to try again. This changes when she uses Fi-Al, as she is able to use it to manipulate it from that point on. This red liquid is unique in the fact that she can quickly crystallize it when heated. Another use of Fi-Al. This is just another way for her to manifest her red crystals, but these are weaker, and also clearly different, with them being darker in color. This is more versatile as she is able to prepare for it to be grown. She can also generate other things, like copper cubes, tungsten rods, etc. It's a common theme with how she uses her abilities, always combining them. Donbi is also a Genji, and the race abilities I'll be talking about is Genie, Genji, Shi, and Fi-Al, but also one of his weapons, which is a massive smoking pipe. What he uses Fi-Al to do is generate smoke, which he then can manipulate with his smoking pipe. Genie is a race ability that allows someone to turn part of themselves into mist. This can be used to float, but also can be used to do things like dodge. When combined with Fi-Al, he can do things like turn himself into smoke, but also cover an area with smoke. He can use Genji Shi to make more of the mist, which then he can turn to actual body parts to attack. This turns the area into a place where he can just bum rush his opponents. Also, Genji Shi works by allowing someone to generate more body parts like arms. He does this while in Genie to increase its size.
Vito Flare is a character who just uses a weapon, specifically a gear. It's a type of powered weapon. This one is one of the most unique ones I've ever made. It's called Asuna Sama. There are actually several different types, but I'll just be talking about the gold one he has. Asuna Sama allows people to manipulate two different types of sand. One is normal, and the other is a special one. For him, it's gold. He uses them to manifest several medieval-like creatures of golden sand, all inspired from our medieval lore. He can make several monsters to fight for himself, or make himself golden armor to fight with. The downside with this is that everything costs aura to do. Hollyman is a character who also uses a weapon. He uses gauntlets, the Smoke Voidist gauntlets. It would honestly be too much to go over in this video due to how all gauntlets are complex. I'll explain just some of the unique things. One of the things it can do is allow him to take different smoke forms. The first one is a one that turns him into a cloud of smoke that can't be affected by melee attacks. The second form is a smoke hybrid form, which allows them to float, and in this form they can only be affected by melee attacks, and these attacks have to be on certain areas of the body. Another thing about this gauntlet is its ability Smoke Fist Barrage, due to the fact it has two variants. The normal ability just launches several fists of smoke at the enemy, punching them. The special variant allows him to instead grab someone with a smoke fist and repeatedly slam them into the ground. Both the variant and forms cost aura to use. Also specials are these things that cost aura to do. Abilities don't cost aura. Well, that's all the characters for now. If you want me to make a part 2 for this, like the video, also check out this video on Alma masks. They are something I haven't talked about, but are also a part of my power system.